everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup could be a drag-em-out brawl as both teams rank in the top 10 in fewest yards allowed. The Redskins are #1 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Falcons, who will need to be sharp on offense. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Redskins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. It's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State. The former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
Forget the measurables. His temperament, which is so even-keeled, often masks a burning desire to win and perform. This guy takes it seriously when he lines up to play, and usually he puts on a nice performance.
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And this offensive unit should have a lot of juice coming off the big output that they had 1 week ago.
Nothing like confidence, is there? When you've played well the week before, you can't wait to get back on the field and do it again.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a second down throw for Cousins. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play. So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. To throw, Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. When the Falcons say they have it, they do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
They go play action now. Ryan surveying the field. Look at the time. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep in Washington territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 2nd down, Ryan. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Their big tight end. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Okay, Charles, defensive starter time for the Atlanta Falcons.
And let's spotlight Keanu Neal, the safety out of Florida. So big, so athletic. Many thought they might make him an outside linebacker, but I think they're going to use him as a hybrid. Outside linebacker, strong safety, kind of in the Cam Chancellor mode in Seattle.
Cousins now on second down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on third down. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key third down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And to give this time to the tailback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. He's got his man on the crossing route. 23 yards on the play.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there that sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. His way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Second down, Cousins. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Red zone opportunity. They go play action here on first down. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, this is a guy that needs no introduction to the league. He has been around quite a while.
And it's good that they have him, because when he looks around his huddle, he may not have guys with the same experience he has, maybe some of the youngsters, and his veteran leadership should help them along the way.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. A glance at the starting unit. Julio Jones, a threat on the outside, of course.
Combines great athleticism, incredible speed, and a whole lot of toughness to be one of the better receivers in the NFL.
Under a minute to go. Clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play. On second down, here's Crowell. Ooh, what a move. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So they had it bottled up, able to make a man miss, and then boom, off to the races.
And it's how he made him miss. A little bit of strength, too. Had to work through contact to get him off of him. And then once he did that, now he put his agility to use and took off.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 7-all is the score. We'll head back to FedEx Field after this timeout. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. He's got time in the pocket. All kinds of time. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So with 4th down looming, Dan Quinn sends out his field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So put 3 on the board, but from inside the 5. And I know we use this phrase a lot, but that's a big-time win for the defense.
It sure is. You've got the short field behind you, so you can afford to turn up the pressure. And that was a nice sequence there to keep them out of the end zone.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And some room to maneuver.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. They come out here in the eye. Now a second down throw for Cousins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Their big tight end, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slam.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
And that makes it 14-10. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers, and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series, 3rd and 13. Third and long, it's Ryan. Finding time. And that is incomplete. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target. Now 4th down.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken around the 12. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over it from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. A first down carry now for Crowell. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2nd down following the run. Again, it's Crowell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And for the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
Now they try the right side here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job 1 for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And they'll run it here. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guy?
Looks for White, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. A strong running. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Ryan throwing right, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Ryan will throw again. His pass caught at the 4. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Ryan now to throw on third down. He's got time. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Out to the left, it's complete to Dyson. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Cousins going for the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Kevin White, as the first half is winding down. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Walsh now for the PAT. And he'll bang that one through. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now a handoff to Crowell. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Ryan surveying the field. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Redskins have been a mess when it comes to avoiding turnovers. The Falcons, however, probably feel like they should be doing better on the scoreboard. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Following the forced fumble, Ryan's going to complete the pass, and it leads to a touchdown. They strike first in the half. Moving to late in the first quarter. Tight coverage here, but the completion is made. It ends up working for a touchdown. We're brand new at 7. Down to early in the second. It's Cousins, a completion over the middle, and this play will go for 6. They're now on top by 4. Offense now with the shot after the pick. Ryan's completion is made out of the gun, and this play will go for 6. The Falcons on top by 6. 1st and 10. White's going to haul in the deep pass, and he'll go in for the touchdown. Redskins go up by 1. We're set up for a great second half, so let's get you out to it. Here's Brandon Gott.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He's got time in the pocket. And Jones has it over the middle. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. second down. Here's Ryan. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
On third down, Ryan finding time. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This will be taken at the 10. A good return there, 17 yards. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. He's got him in. Complete. A gain of 39 that time.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Yes, this is where the expression staying ahead of the chains comes into play. Good runs like that one set you up well for third down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Now, how about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Extra point try now for Walsh. And with that, the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Holding, receiving team.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. On the run, it's Corral. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
Here's a give to Crowell. Bulldozes past him. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Fresh set of downs here.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And he comes back with one complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big gainer there on 3rd and 1. 37 yards.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break that initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. And one of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, you know, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out, learn how to block it. We may see this situation.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. His throw caught at about the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So they're operating in the red zone. From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. Now it's Crowell. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So make it 3 field goals for him now, and this last one tightens things up a bit.
And I know that offense is on the sideline right about now, checking out the tablets and saying, man, we let a good chance slip away there. We've got to start finishing some of these drives.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, he starts to open up as the game moves on.
Yeah, the way that he ran last week has not been duplicated here. What gives, Charles?
I don't know. Maybe it was the big meal he took him for after the game last week. I don't know. Being a little bit facetious here, but I do know that after last week's game, the coaching staff awarded game balls to every starting offensive lineman. They're not playing to the same level this week. I don't know if they're seeing different things on defense that have really fouled things up in their blocking scheme, or if they're just not as sharp. Because right now, he's not finding the creases, can't find the gaps to get through and get upfield.
All right, here we go.
A first down throw for Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief. Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Cousins from the gun on third. Jordan Reed has it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. Cousins now to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. He completes it right side to White. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Really nice little connection there. They go with the corner route, and it works out well.
And the best way to set up the corner route is to throw slants throughout the ball game so that when you're able to get back outside, the defender has to respect the inside game.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The play clock's running down. And on the ground they go with a running back. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Forced out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run. And
oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And it's 3rd down. Let's see what they go to here on 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Ryan. Backing up. And this is going to be incomplete. Patrick DeMarco, the fullback, the one he was looking for. And that brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta.
Receivers work all the time on making sure they catch the ball, haul it into their bodies before they turn and run. A little bit of loss of focus on that play.
And taken at the 46.
Oh, good luck with that.
Oh, my goodness.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic 1st down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
But they certainly got dented with that 1st down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd down and 4.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Motion.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Everyone's looking for the big runs, the explosive runs, the 20 to 30-yard plays. But anytime you're picking up good yardage and setting yourself up on down and distance, offenses love that too.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a 1st down.
And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
They come out here in the eye. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it, and on that play he did, so you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Well, partner, they might want to tear up the scouting reports a little bit here because they just pro tendency. Third down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it really well and picked up a first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
They'll run here with Zenner. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Time running out here on the play clock. Cousins on the keeper. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And they'll go on the ground. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. It's the fullback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly controlled right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try.
Here we go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
They'll bring a tight end in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
On first down, Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. He's got time. That is incomplete. From the gun on third down, Ryan. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And fourth down coming up.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good, even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense. They actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well, I think Lady Luck was on his side.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. Now Ryan on 1st down. Surveying the field. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
False start, offense.
And, Charles, in this situation, this is where the word miracle comes into play.
Have to score real fast, maybe throw a jump ball in the end zone and hope for the best.
Third and long, it's Ryan. He's got time in the pocket. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete. Well, 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far. Yeah,
that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question. This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York card. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Redskins are going to win the football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now
the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On the give, this is their fullback. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.